of our Mermaid Inspiration dye box. Mermaid Inspiration. And in the pictures, it's purple and teal. But today I am going to demo for you doing the Mermaid Inspiration with the blue and green box, because they're available in 3 colors. So we have the purple and teal, the blue and green, and the orange and yellow. And this is my boy Benny, who has quarantine hair, so he's like all hacked up, and I'm going to let rosettes grow back, so we got some funny lines going on here. Palms are up way too high. I was going to put him in an Asian fusion. I haven't made up my mind, so I'm not cutting any of this yet. And his tail's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to actually apply the dye that comes in your Mermaid box. However, it does come with instructions and step-by-step pictures. The only thing that I'm going to do different is normally I'll lay down my base color, and then I'll let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and I rinse and dry just this area. And then I go back and I do my black. I let it sit 15 minutes, and then I'll wash and dry the whole dog. Since we're live, I'm just going to lay down the color, and I'm going to do the black right over it just to kind of show you the technique and show you how easy it is. First, I'm going to go over what comes in the Mermaid Inspiration box. They're $55. The special right now is free shipping on them. They come with a black dye, 2 colors of your choice, glitter to finish it off with if you choose, a couple little cute accessories that match the colors, okay, if you choose to use accessories after you're done, 3 dye bowls, 2 dye brushes, 2 paint brushes, okay. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into this. Alright, so I'm going to do one of my dye bowls. I'm going to start with my green, and I'm going to fade down to blue. And the whole point of this is you're doing this in your swan. This is not something you want to sit and be really tedious and make sure every line is perfect. You don't want to spend 6 hours, okay? You're going to do it as quickly as you can. So we're going to start, and that's the whole point of these inspiration boxes, is stuff that's fast and easy. So I'm just going to start at the top, and I'm just going to start smearing color. I'm trying to stay away from that line where I'm growing hair out. And I'm going to try to stay away where he doesn't get his tail. Normally, I would wrap that tail with vet wrap or something, but I didn't think about it this morning when I left home. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little more than a third of the way down. A third of the way up is going to be blue. And then in the middle is where they're going to meet, and it's kind of going to blend the colors together to kind of give it an ombre effect. Let me see if I can find something to tie his tail with. I got it. I'll be right back. Grocery bag. If you had net wrap, it would come in handy. I usually, since I'm mobile, I only put what I need for the day. So if I have dye jobs, I get all my stuff ready and I pack it in a box and take it with me. So I wasn't really planning on doing this, and then I thought, you know, last minute, I thought, I'm going to do this. All right, that'll protect his tail a little bit better. You can see I'm just smearing this in. Now, his hair is pretty short. This is like a 7, 8.5. If you have thicker hair, you want to make sure you go up and down and work it in to where you don't have any white underneath. Okay, his hair is pretty short, so I don't have to do that as much. Okay, take my second dye brush, not to mix the 2 up. I'll put my hand down here. Now, if you had a dog with hair like this and you did not want to get dye on it, you could put vet wrap right here and make a perfect line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my hand. And I have baby wipes behind me. You always keep baby wipes or paper towels or something like that in case you need them. And I'm going to go up a little higher on this because we're possibly going to still show him, and that's why I'm undecisive on his haircut. So I'm not... Oh, that was a working mistake. Do not stick your blue brush in the black dye. Gotta love live. Okay. Anyways, I may still show him, so that's why I'm trying to make sure I don't get dye anywhere I may need hair later. So, if he wasn't possibly going to be shown more, that wouldn't be a big deal. Now I'm going to go on up. I'm not going as heavy. Probably still see some white underneath there, and then I'm going to back to my green with the right color brush. And I'm going to pull that green down into that blue. And right here where this line is, I'm going to mix. Okay? See how that kind of blends? Now, normally, I would let that sit for 15 to 20 minutes. If the dog's not going to stay standing, if you have it somewhere where they may smear the dye everywhere, you can take saran wrap or cling wrap and wrap around the dye and put clippies to keep it from getting anywhere, and then the dog could sit down and relax. Or you can purposely, a lot of times, I put dye in places where the dog can sit comfortably. Like I like to do the back of the dogs. So again, normally this would sit and then it would get rinsed and it would get dried. So fast forward 20 minutes, okay? And then I would come back with my black. Now for the black, I'm going to use a small paintbrush. There is a wide and a small in your set. The smaller you make your scales, the longer you're going to be standing here making scales. So I'm going to do different size scales to show you. And it just depends on how long you want to spend on the dog. Okay? So we're going to start off up here. Now normally I have it where I can lay my hand here, but again we didn't rinse this. I'm going to start off with some small, medium size scales. And again, I'm not going to get real detailed with this because I'm probably going to have to rinse this and redo the black. Sometimes your black will take over the other dye and sometimes it kind of looks splotchy. I like it to, the black is the accent color, so I like to go back and it be bright. So that's why I rinse. If you have a stop where you don't have as much time, you can go over it. Your black just may not be perfect. This is like a medium size, and I'm just making little, really wide U's, I guess you would call it. Worm has an opinion about the mermaid design. And this is simply how you do it. Very simple. Not that hard. You don't have to make sure all your scales are the same size. Nobody's going to be that particular. All they're going to see is mermaid. I'm going to continue this, and then I'm going to start getting smaller. And I'm going to show you the difference. Hushworm. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to start getting small. So if I was to do small ones like this, quite a bit longer to fill in all these areas. So it's really very simple. And you can do this on the whole dog. You can do this on one leg. You can do a stripe across the back. You can do some mermaid scales on the side of the face. It does not have to be the whole dog. And when I'm doing client dogs, I like to do just touches of color, because that way they get something fun. I get to do something fun, but it doesn't take me all day, so I don't have to charge a small fortune for it. I usually charge for my time plus my product. And in all honesty, I have way too much black here. Normally I mix my black. The black is the only one you have to mix, and it's a 50-50. I take like a water bottle lid or something like that and mix 50-50. You use very little black. So that way you can keep reusing it. So these bottles, if you were doing something like him, I mean, you could get multiple dogs out of this set. And this is better done on short hair, so you don't want to try this like on a really long coat because it's not going to turn out. I kind of messed that one up there. I just blended it out. Keep going. It will not be that obvious when he's done. So now I'm going to go to some really big ones. So we have your medium, your small. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to do some large scales just to show you guys that it can look good even with larger scales. This first row may look a little funny since I started small, but once you lay them in there, it still looks mermaidy. And it won't take nearly as long to do the dog. You see that fine, Madeline?
They look like snake scales.
Snake can work too. You can do
I
brown
like
and
it.
gold and look up pictures of, you know, the whole thing of the inspiration is finding a picture of something that inspires you and look up snake print and go from there. Now, if I wasn't possibly going to be showing him, I would take the hair off of there where the rosettes are supposed to be. And I would do his whole butt, and then I would do an ombre on his tail. So it looked like a mermaid tail. I think that would be really cool, but we're still not certain if we're going to finish showing him or not. So as soon as I dye him, I'll decide I want to, and it'll be too late. You need to readjust your foot. Quit being bossy. Okay, so again, that's probably wouldn't take very well. Sometimes it takes really well over the dye, and sometimes it doesn't. If you let it sit long enough, it will. To me, it's just easier to rinse and dry a small area that I'm working on, and then go back and redo it. Move this bowl 40 steps in it. So we're not going to let it process for 15 to 20 minutes and dry it and all of that. I'm going to show you what it would look like done. It's a darker green on the other side because I used some stuff I already had open. I really like the OPAWZ and the Crazy Liberty better. So that's what it would look like when it's dry. What do you think about having a mermaid butt? Whatever. So anyways, guys, you see how that's done. You see how easy it is. And we have the box set ready to go. Comes with everything you see here. Like I said, it's available in teal and green and the OPAWZ, yellow and orange in the OPAWZ. And then since I used Crazy Liberty for this dog in the picture, I'll get that closer. I put Crazy Liberty in that box, but I always use the OPAWZ Super Black. I really like their Super Black. So on this one, it's Crazy Liberty because that's the colors I used. And I will probably be doing some more colors. Also, be watching. We have like 6 more inspiration boxes I'm working on. So as soon as we get all the pictures and the instructions and all of that, we'll be letting those out. Hope you learned something fun. Have a good day.